After the sperm is produced by the testes, they mature within the epididymis. After this, they travel to a vas deferens, where they are stored. They pass into the abdominal cavity, where it curves around the urinary bladder and empties into an ejaculatory duct which connects to the urethra. The fluid in which sperm lives during ejaculation is called semen. The seminal vesicles, the prostate gland, and the vulvarethral glands then add secretions to the semen. The hypothalamus is the part of the brain that controls the functions of the testes due to the secretion of gonadotropin-releasing hormone, which is a hormone that stimulates the anterior pituitary gland to secrete the gonadotropic hormones that control the testes. They promote the production of sperm in the seminiferous tubules and the production of testosterone by the interstitial cells. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone, and it plays a key role in the normal development and functioning of the male sex organs. Testosterone also causes and maintains the male secondary sex characteristics that develop at puberty. Some of these characteristics are being taller than females and have broader shoulders and longer legs, have a larger larynx with longer vocal cords than females, which gives them a deeper voice and an Adam's apple. The oocytes are produced in the ovaries. They then are transported to the fallopian tube where fertilization may occur. The fertilized egg then moves to the uterus. Fertilization takes place in the oviduct, the fallopian tubes, which extends from the uterus to the ovaries. Implantation takes place in the endometrium, which is a vascular tissue. Major components of female external genitalia, which is also called vulva, are labia majora, labia minora, the glans clitoris, and the openings of the urethra and the vagina.
The ovarian and uterine cycles and the hormonal changes that regulate them are known as a female reproductive cycle. Gonadotropin releasing hormone controls the cycles by stimulating follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone from the anterior pituitary gland.
The ovarian cycle includes a series of events that occur during and after the maturation of the oocyte. The ovarian cycle is divided into three parts: the follicular phase, ovulation, and luteal phase. The uterine cycle involves a series of changes in the endometrium of the uterus to prepare it for the arrival of a fertilized egg that will develop there until birth. The hormones secreted from the ovaries during the ovarian cycle control the events of the uterine cycle. The female's hormones estrogen and progesterone produced by the ovaries during the ovarian cycle affect the endometrium, causing the uterus to undergo the cyclic changes known as uterine cycle. The uterine cycle can be divided into three parts: menstruation, the proliferative phase, and the secretory phase. You can use a condom as a method of birth control. It works to prevent pregnancy by trapping the sperm inside the condom, and it is also the only method that prevents sexually transmitted diseases because there is no direct contact with the vagina. Surgical sterilization is a procedure that makes the person unable to reproduce. The most common means of sterilization in males is vasectomy, in which the part of each vas deferens is removed. Even though the sperm production continues in the testes, sperm can no longer reach the exterior. They degenerate and are destroyed by phagocytosis. In females, sterilization is done by tubal ligation, in which both oviducts are tied off and then cut, resulting in the secondary oocyte being unable to pass through the oviducts, and sperm can reach the oral contraceptives or birth control pills contain various mixtures of estrogens and progestins. They prevent pregnancy mainly by negative feedback inhibition of FSH and LH. The low levels of these two hormones prevent the development of follicle, and estrogen doesn't rise. The surge of LH doesn't happen, and ovulation is not triggered. Emergency contraception, also known as the morning after pill, contains relatively high levels of estrogens and progestin, which give negative feedback inhibition of FSH and LH secretion, causing the ovaries to cease secretion of their estrogens and progesterone. Spermicides are chemicals that contain sperm-killing agents and come in foams, creams, jellies, suppositories, and douches. They make the vagina and cervix unfavorable for the survival of sperm.